you was going to clean this city up, I wouldn't mind a tax increase, but I think it's going to be just like everything else. You say you're going to use the money for one thing and you use it for something else, or don't use it for what it's supposed to be. This city is filthy, it's crime infested, and somebody need to do something about it.
Well, Whitehaven residents turning up the heat on elected officials in attendance. Thursday night, ABC 24 held its Let's Talk community listening session in that community. As Memphis City leaders consider a possible property tax increase, Whitehaven residents want to know where their tax money is going, especially as they look around at the not so perfect conditions on their streets. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rudy Williams. Now, neighbors want to know if that generated income will come back into their neighborhoods. And ABC 24's Scott Mattis spent the day in Whitehaven talking to residents. So, Scott, they weren't shy about expressing their concerns, were they?
No, they sure weren't. Good evening to you, Rudy. Well, a 2025 fiscal year budget has not yet been approved. Last night at our Let's Talk community listening session, city council members addressed a potential property tax increase included in next year's budget. So the question tonight, of course, what difference will that revenue make in the city of Memphis and Whitehaven? From dime bags on the sidewalk, bags full of garbage near the street, to abandoned buildings, even apparent abandoned vehicles, and of course, craters lining Elvis Presley Boulevard. This is many people's perception of Whitehaven, but this is not the Whitehaven Barbara Tyler remembers.
The way the neighborhood when I moved here in the early 70s was beautiful.
Thursday night, Tyler attended our Let's Talk community listening session, voicing her concerns about her neighborhood.
My concern is my neighborhood and the children and the future.
Without a Memphis City budget approved yet, during our listening session, two councilwomen suggested there would soon be a tax increase. Homeowners begging the question, if there is, what will Whitehaven see as a result? Tyler wants to see blight removed, vacant buildings, see business, and have the roads finally fixed.
I don't care where you go. There's just holes and ruts tearing up the cars.
Friday afternoon, I met with Memphis City Councilwoman Yolanda Cooper Sutton. She too was at last night's session meeting and represents Whitehaven. She tells me a change is coming and we will all pay for it.
Yes, there will be a tax increase somewhere down the line, yes.
While Councilwoman Cooper Sutton does not have specifics because a fiscal year 2025 budget has not been approved, she says that revenue from the tax rate increase will likely be used to fix the city's crumbling infrastructure and unleash a major battle against blight, including right here in Whitehaven.
We want to see our dollars. I said we want to see our dollars being used the way that we said and promised that it would be used.
All right, the budget deadline, of course, is July 1st, just 9.5 days away. Rudy, stay with ABC 24 News for developments. For now, I'm live in studio. Scott Mattis, back to you.
Scott, we sure will. Thanks a lot.